Grand Rising, and welcome to another beautiful day. This is In the Circle, the YouTube channel. In the Circle Ministries is our YouTube channel of Madrico Jawan Blatantly Church, where we put things up under the microscope and take a good look at it. And while it's in the circle of the microscope, we get eyesight, or we get the sight that we normally don't see. So today we're going to briefly talk about God, the devil, good, evil, positive, and negative. Um, so starting off with that, knowing that I am God and that you are God and that God lives and is a part of everyone, and the God in you has always been with you. um, and so we're gonna say the devil has always been with you. We're gonna say positive energy and negative energy has always been with you. So this is something that I previously always thought and was learning to talk, and everyone talks about mostly the positive and the negative energy, good and evil, God and the devil. I want to bring a concept to you that I use and that I believe in and that I know knows to work. Think about it this way: there's only positive energy. When you deal with God, and God is all by himself and he needs no one else, and God take counsel with his wise self. God creates everything without anyone's help. Say he created the evil thereof for his purpose as well. So to understand that, we only get these parallel um, things here in the physical world. We only have the polar opposite in the physical world, where you have your God and the devil. You have your positive and your negative. You will have your male and you will have your female. So think about it this way: from God's standpoint, from God's view, as I live in the earth, I keep a God mindset. This is the mindset that Christ had in him as well. He had the same mindset that God did. So having that same mindset, I've come to learn that there is no negative on this vibrational place. There is no negative in being God. For all things work together for the good of those that love the Lord, that are called by his name for his purpose. So when you can see things in a positive form, or all the way in a God mindset, you understand that whatever you put your energy into is gonna produce. It's gonna do that. So on this level, if you put your energy into a a thing, then it's going to produce inside of that thing, whether it's good, bad, evil, whether it's God or the devil. Those things will produce properly. Um, they're not going to produce improperly. So when we can get away from that concept of this negative thing happened to me today, or the devil is busy, we can come back to ourselves and know that we are God and we are accountable for where we put our energy and why are these things producing in my life. And they're producing properly. They just we've been taught and we've been learned, and we've went so long with identifying it as a negative source that we never be able to really fix the problem. We won't know how to get rid of these things out of our lives. But when we can understand from a God mindset that if we flee from the devil, he will flee from us. And if we draw near to God, he will draw near to us. If we were to put our energy and to use our consciousness in the right way, then we won't produce those other things. I hope that makes sense. It sounds real simple and it sounds like it's too simple, but we overcomplicate things in our lives. And Paul, I believe what Paul said in the Bible, that we forget about the simplicity of Christ. We so complicated everything else and allow the world, our influence, our upbringing, and all these other things to dictate, and we take them for truth, and we dictate our life with them, and we end up with more issues. So this is a phrase I use with my wife a lot as we learn and study together and grow together, is that a lot of times we're out here trying to prune the tree limbs, and we're trying to see what's going on with the leaves, and we're out here tightening up the tree and hoping that it will produce a better fruit. But if we realize that this fruit is really no good and it's producing exactly only what it's going to produce, then you only have one choice, is to uproot the tree. The Bible also speaks about that, about how, I think it's in Jeremiah, that we were put here to uproot, uppull certain things, and to build and to lay. We're to basically destroy every concept that we was brought into and made conscious of, and return back to our true consciousness, which is God consciousness. And we have to get rid of all these other things and understand that we are in a psychological warfare. Everything that's out here, that is in the physical realm, wants your God knowledge energy. It wants your excuse me, it wants your energy to be placed in it so it can live. It cannot produce those things without your energy. So you be God in your life. You be God over your life. Deal with the God inside of you and the God of truth that is in everyone. No matter how you call it, him, recognize it, it is a spiritual being that has always been with you, and it coexists in your consciousness. So put your energy in the right places. Get the positive results that you want. Get exactly what you're after. God does that. God did that, and God is continually doing that. God the same, never changes. So knowing that inside of you, if you want better things in your life and you want to see some things in your life, be a good steward over where you put your energy at. I love you. May heaven smile upon you. Peace, love, and prosperity to everyone.